Hey there everyone, so Scott commented saying, "Are you the guy that hit the guy over the head with the hammer, then did the news interview? You mean Kai the hitchhiker?"
Right up behind him with a hatchet, smash, smash, smash!
Well, I responded saying, "Nope, but I can do an update on him. There's mind-blowing news surrounding him if you want to know about that too. Smash. Haha, right on, you really look like that dude. Smash." Then San Francisco commented, "I want to see that mind-blowing news. The pig probably is suing his victim, right?" Nope, but I'll tell you the mind-blowing news around Kai the hitchhiker, as well as who he is and what happened to him.
A man claiming he's Jesus plows his car into a PG&E worker, pinning him against his truck because the worker was black. The man's passenger, who had a hatchet, and innocent bystanders come to the rescue.
Right up behind him with a hatchet, smash, smash, smash!
That is how the world has come to know Kai, the hatchet-wielding hitchhiker turned internet sensation.
I'm Kai,
Kai, can I get spelling for you?
straight out of Dogtown, K-A-I.
Known as Kai the Hitchhiker, the Canadian drifter.
Where are you from originally? Are you from Fresno area?
Sophia, West Virginia.
Notice that little punctuation there?
Kai's real name is Caleb Lawrence, but since the age of 14, he's been known as Kai. He was born in Western Canada, not West Virginia.
He's like, you know what? I come to realize I'm Jesus Christ and I can do anything I want to. And watch this, bam! And he smashed into this guy right there, pinned him in between that truck.
That's right, so Kai was actually hitchhiking, and then this guy decided to drive into somebody, pinning them, and then he actually got out to like attack him, and then Kai actually came to the rescue and was deemed a hero.
The guy just went crazy and was trying to pull the guy from underneath the car in the truck, and then he gets in his car and tries to move the car in that, and we weren't going to let him do it.
If he had started driving that car around again, man, there would have been a hell of a lot of bodies around here.
So that's actually the lady that was saved by Kai.
He put me in a bear hug and started beating the crap out of me. For what reason, we still don't know.
And these two women are trying to help him. He runs up and he grabs one of them, man. Like a guy that big can snap a woman's neck like a pencil stick.
That is totally true. I would have got out and tried to help that lady as well.
That's what Tanya said saved her life. The driver is described as a big man, over 6 feet tall and 300 to 400 pounds. Kai, the homeless hitchhiker, didn't care.
Right up behind him with a hatchet, smash, smash, smash!
The actions that you did.
That woman was in danger.
His notoriety led to an appearance on the Jimmy Kimmel Show.
What do people say to you when they see you?
They say, hey, you're Kai.
That fall has turned into a skyrocket of fame. Something you can bet, though, won't change this home-free guy.
I'm gonna just be Kai any way it goes. Obviously, I was put in this situation for a reason.
That's right, Kai was actually deemed a hero. He got viral sensation, got really, really famous worldwide. And the thing that a lot of people don't know is that when the video was uploaded to YouTube, it was actually evidence, and the police decided to actually convict him. In January 2014, McBride was convicted of assault with a deadly weapon, and the jury ruled him to be insane, meaning any sentence would be served in a mental hospital and not prison. So even though that he was defending these people and he was a hero, he was still charged with assault with a deadly weapon and was supposed to be serving a sentence in a mental hospital.
Metal inside the earth is like a car battery.
The guy who in the eyes of society has nothing risked everything to try. And that is why much of the world considers him a hero.
Feel strongly about yourself because it's just an echo of what's inside of you.
Former internet star Kai the Hitchhiker faces up to life in prison after being found guilty of first-degree murder. 30-year-old Caleb Kai McGillivray was convicted of killing 73-year-old attorney Joseph Galfy in May of 2013.
My name is Kai, K-A-I, straight out of Dogtown.
This interview is taking place in prison. He's a convicted killer, and this is the first time he's speaking out since his conviction.
That's right, Kai the hero turned murderer ended up being convicted and got 57 years in jail.
This situation is hell.
How did he end up here? 3 months after he appeared on Jimmy Kimmel, Kai hitchhiked across the country and wound up in New York's Times Square, where he met 74-year-old lawyer Joseph Galfy.
No, jail's gonna be like heaven there, bro.
He took the man up on his offer and spent 2 nights at his home. He claims he was drugged and then sexually assaulted. Then he said he fought back in self-defense.
Exactly, so he claims that he was drugged and then raped, and when he woke up, he fought in self-defense.
I sat up and I punched him in the face. And he was over top of me, and he shoved me into the bed. And I was trying to get him away from me. I couldn't get him away from me.
Kai fled to Philadelphia, where he was apprehended 4 days later.
Why wouldn't he have just called 911 if he was assaulted? Like, that makes no sense. He was just raped.
When I woke up and he was over top of me, I panicked.
Did you know he was
I
dead?
didn't know that he was dead.
This man's ear was almost ripped off, his neck was fractured, his face was fractured.
The ear injury came from one horizontal kick.
That doesn't make any sense because even in the interview, he even said that he was on top of him and hit him.
I sat up when I punched him in the face.
Self-defense would have been just one kick and then get out of there, not attack the person after the fact.
From on my back. That ought to tell you I was on my back on the floor.
But the jury didn't believe he acted in self-defense.
Yeah, it's one thing to act in self-defense and like defend yourself and get the person away from you, but like it's a little extreme if they're like done and they're on the ground and you're like beating it on top of them, beating them. Like, yeah, no, you just get out.
If this was self-defense, why didn't you call the police right then and there?
I'm an illegal immigrant. They aren't going to investigate.
Kai still insists he's innocent and says critical evidence that could have proved he was drugged was ignored and destroyed.
I don't know, it just doesn't add up, doesn't make any sense.
In this case, the judge told the jury that the burden was on me to prove intoxication, and therefore self-defense, and therefore my innocence.
That might actually be true, and if that's the case, that would really suck, like really bad for Kai, because if that's the case, then he has to prove his innocence, and he has to gather the evidence, and he wouldn't have been able to do that, or even obtain any evidence or anything to build a case for his own defense, so he's pretty much screwed.
Who's the real you, right? Is it Kai the hitchhiker who we saw in this video, the guy who saved the day, or is it Kai the murderer? Who's the real you?
Definitely never Kai the murderer. I've never murdered anyone.
He states that he didn't murder anyone, but the guy that he defended himself from ended up dying to the injuries, so he did die, so that does make him a murderer, like manslaughter or whatever, even if his intentions weren't not to kill him. He still ended up dead, so that's unfortunate.
In court, the judge called Kai a cunning and manipulative, cold-blooded killer and sentenced him to 57 years in prison.
That's pretty harsh for a judge to say that about someone, so yeah, it makes you wonder what else Kai was up to before he ended up changing his name and drifting around and hitchhiking.
There's a lot of bad stuff that happened to me.
And that's why he doesn't expose his personal information accurately often. Much of his past is darker and more gut-wrenching than you can imagine. Stuff that we can't put on air.
Damn, right there, it just said it for itself. It just makes you wonder what he ended up telling them in the reports, but they can't share with us. So that's the story of Kai, the hitchhiker, turned into a viral sensation, and then now murderer sentenced to 57 years in jail. So yeah, you let me know your comments down below and your opinions and your thoughts about Kai. What do you think? Do you think he should have been charged the first time for actually being a hero and saving those people? And like, do you think he was actually defending himself? Do you believe his story the second time? And do you think he actually should be in jail or whatnot? But yeah, it's a pretty crazy story how some guy saved a bunch of people's lives, ended up getting charged for that sentence, and then ended up like, getting like world famous and like known, Jimmy Kimmel and all that, and then all of a sudden, bam, he ended up becoming a murderer, guilty, and then now he's like serving 57 years. So I hope I educated you all and informed you all about Kai and the story about him and what happened to him, and basically, I guess, lesson learned. Sometimes it doesn't pay to be the hero, and sometimes don't take strangers up on their offers because they might end up trying to take advantage of you, and then you might get into more trouble like I did. So if you all can do me a favor, like this video, comment down below, and smash that subscribe button.
Smash, smash, smash!
That's right, smash, smash, smash that subscribe button. And I kind of feel bad for Kai, but at the same time, you never know the real story. Thanks for watching, everyone. I really appreciate the love and support. I hope you learned something about Kai and it got educated on that. And I'm going to part this video with the words of Kai himself, and they're actually some meaningful words.
What you've done, you deserve respect. Even if you make mistakes, you're lovable. Doesn't matter your look, skills, or age, or size, or anything. You're worthwhile.